Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to this subscriber replay. Ooh, yeah, I know it's the first time I've done one of these. So, this is Makara Beduk. I apologise if I've horribly mispronounced any of that name. If it's okay with you, I'm just going to call you Mac for the rest of this replay. And a couple of things I just wanted to note before we get into the replay proper itself. So this is clearly in the Cromwell, the Tier 6 British medium tank. Mac is using a pauper equipment setup, so binocular telescopes, camo net and toolbox. That's the same set of equipment I use if I'm grinding a tank, and I haven't worked out if I'm keeping it yet or not, or I've decided I'm not going to keep it, but that's my grinding equipment. Why is that called a pauper setup? Well, very simply, because they're the three pieces of equipment that you don't need to pay gold in order to de-equip from a vehicle. So you can de-equip them from a vehicle for free and then just equip them onto another vehicle. Every other piece of kit, if you want to unmount it, you either need to pay gold. Oh, I do apologise, sorry. You either need to pay gold or you need to destroy it. You won't get it back, which is frustrating. So that's the equipment he's using. This is a 100% crew. He's working on his first crew skill, got repairs up to a pretty good, a pretty high amount. Interestingly, Mac is using fire extinguisher, check, and the premium versions of the repair kit and the med kit. Now, the added bonus, these are more expensive items, but a lot of missions will churn them out for free. The added bonus of this is that they decrease the chance that you're going to take module damage while you've got the repair kit, and they decrease the chance that your crew are going to get knocked out while you've got the med kit, and if you use any one of them, it restores all of your modules or all of your crew rather than one or the other, which is quite nice. He's got his med pack remapped under the space key, so in the game options you can remap some items. I remapped my fire extinguisher to that, but Mac's got his repair kit remapped to that. I think that's everything I wanted to get out of the way, so let's have a look at the game itself. This is a tier 7 game, so Mac is not top tier, and we're here on Redshire, and it's an encounter game. Now, the Cromwell is a tank that's very close to my heart. I love this machine. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And it was really nice when Mac sent this game to me, because, you know, I hadn't said anything about subscriber replays. He just sent it in to get it shown, and the fact that it's one of my favourite tanks in the game, just I think that's fantastic. So I think this is a really good game, and it's going to have some wonderful little features which hopefully we shall get to in the not too distant future. So Mac is not sitting at the back and sniping like a little wench, which is good. A lot of people do. He's trying to make himself useful right from the off. And this is a position that I really like using, or around about this position is one that I really like using. You can get some early spots off, so hopefully the leopard gets out of the way. You can get some early spots off and have some success with it. And, ooh, T20 there. We're going to have more of him later on. So you can see that Mac doesn't have Sixth Sense yet. So he was spotted, he took a shot, or he was probably spotted anyway, he took a shot, so he just backs off. He doesn't want to take any more fire. The armour on the Cromwell is garbage. He doesn't just sit there and greedily try and take the kill, which is really good to see. A lot of people would just have sat there and tried to get one more shot into the Cromwell, and they could well have paid for it with their tank. And that would not have been a good trade, so it was great to see that Mac didn't. And in the end, the T20 ends up picking up the kill on that Hellcat. So Mac is just slightly repositioning here, going around the side, and you can see the Cromwell's a really mobile machine, and that's really, I would argue, the best thing about this tank, this tier 6 medium. Its mobility is unsurpassed among tanks of its tier and class. It's absolutely superb. And it also mounts a pretty damn decent gun, and that's a wonderful combination, it really is. Badass DPM, good penetration, respectable damage, and great mobility. Now, it doesn't have good gun depression, as you can probably see just about there, and as you saw earlier on, it doesn't have any armour at all, really, even though I do have a video where I get a Top Gun in one, but never mind. Not a Top Gun, sorry, Steel Wall, but it really doesn't have any armour, and you can see Mac is just over here on the flank trying to get some shots. Now, I would say that this is potentially a bit of a bold move. So he's got some flanking shots into that ARL. And if I was going to critique this replay, one of the things I would say is to Mac, try to aim your shots a bit better. So that first shot he took there wasn't aimed. Now, that's not necessarily a huge problem. The gun reloads so quickly that you can often take a shot unaimed and your gun will reload in time for you to pick up another shot later on anyway. Nice shot there on the KV-1S. But the flip side is sometimes taking that shot early can alert people to your presence. You can potentially run low on ammo. But also another example, when that KV-1S was moving across the field of fire, Mac didn't give anywhere near enough lead to his shot to really hit him. But, you know, I'm going to give a couple of critiques, but these are very minor things. This is a very good game. One thing that Mac's doing is being very aggressive up this flank. I'm not sure I would have pushed up quite this far. He does have some support though. And I guess it was especially brave because he doesn't have Sixth Sense. As it is, he's made it here, he's spotted out an IS, calling in some fire on the IS. But the IS, I wouldn't be surprised if that IS does have Sixth Sense because he got spotted and eventually decided to pull back into safety, although it did take him a little while to do it. And Mr. T20 has just racked up his 3rd kill. As I say, we're going to see more of him later. So Mac is just moving up, and he's got a tank destroyer in support. What tank destroyer is it in support of him? SU-100, okay, fair enough. So he's got an SU-100 giving him backup. Doesn't have a shot on this IS, but he's coming around one side. That T20, remember him, is coming around the other. And I'm sorry, a single heavy tank versus 2 medium tanks, even if one of them's a bit beaten up, unless the heavy tank in question is a very good driver, he's hosed. That one was unlucky and bounced. Now, Mac here is auto-aiming, which is not a stupid thing to do. He's far more concerned with trying to not get hit by this guy. Now, this IS has decided he needs to finish off the T20, which is not a terrible idea, but Mac, no, he's going to come in and take this IS's attention and kill him. And there you can see, between the 2 medium tanks, they successfully took down the IS by working together, even though they're complete randomers, they don't know each other. They worked together, they took that guy down from almost full health, and he didn't manage to put a shot into either of them. That was a lovely piece of work right there. And the 2 of them are moving around this flank. Now, they were winning this game, they are now trailing by 1 kill, it's 8 kills to 9. A lot of the friendly team have decided to go and sit in the cap circle. Now, you might say this is an encounter game, why would you not fight over the cap circle? Well, yes. On some maps that is very viable. On this map, oh no, interruption, there's the artillery. Mac's just going to completely humiliate this guy. Medium tank versus artillery is probably not going to end well for the artillery, but the T20 picks up the kill. Fine. And that will be some assistance damage hopefully for Mac. Oh, lovely shot, but the T20 once again is in there like a ninja. Yes, now the thing with going in the cap circle is that it means that you are effectively taking your tank out of the game. Because while you're in the cap circle, you're probably not going to be doing a lot of damage. You're certainly not going to be concentrating on doing damage. And there was a good example actually, sorry, I'm just going to change. There was a good example of how taking a shot early can be detrimental. He took a shot, it hit the Black Prince, but it bounced, and as soon as the Black Prince took the bounce, he started moving again. Now I don't know if he'd have moved anyway. Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he would have done, but as it was, perhaps a well-aimed shot would not have alerted the Black Prince to the fact someone was going to shoot him, and the shot would have gone in and done damage. But not a huge criticism of the game, as I say. So Mac is currently on 1 kill. That T20 is currently on 5, and they've just lost their T29, alas. So they are still trailing by 1 kill. There's a VK3001P. Poor guy. Someone put him out of his misery. That tank's horrible, from what I remember about playing it. There we go, the VK's missed, and T20 gets his Top Gun. Oh, potential Top Gun. There is a T29 on the enemy team who's on 5 kills. And that evens the score up at 11 kills apiece. It's now 11-12, and the enemy are capping as well. So, this is going to take balls of steel. T29 is looking at Mac. Oh dear. But wait, remember the T20? I love watching medium tanks work together. It is just Beautiful. Oh, T29's looking at you. Careful, careful. Right, and Mac's just going for it. Okay, shot into... Oh, he takes a shot from the Black Prince. T29 misses his shot, and again, Mac is auto-aiming. By the look of it, he's concentrating on avoiding damage. Now, I'd have been tempted to go for it at that point because the T29 had recently fired. I think Mac could have reloaded and killed him in the time, but as it was, T20 takes the T29 out. It all works out. There's a Tiger. So, Tiger to the left, Black Prince to the right. We don't know where the SU-100 is. T20's on 7 kills. Mac is not alone here, he has friends. There's the SU. Oh, there's 3 of them here. This has become a little bit dicey. So, over the crest of the hill, kill the Tiger and just keep moving. SU-100 is now looking at Mac. SU-100 is coming for him, going for it. Oh, he takes a hit. Oh, this is dubious. I would have been tempted to go for the track, but now the SU-100 has problems. The SU-100 M1 turns quickly, but doesn't turn as quickly as a Cromwell's going to go around you and murder you. And he's just completely humiliating this guy. That SU... Oh, that was brilliant to see. An ammo rack just to secure things, but that SU should never have come this close to a Cromwell. In a close-range knife fight, a Cromwell will screw an SU-100 M1 every day of the week. But Mac is now left on 8, count them, 8 health points. It's just Mac on this T20. Now, they've both played a blinding game so far. They've done really well, but they're both one-shots for a Black Prince. Black Prince does an average damage if he's got the top gun of about 150. Thus, they're both reliable one-shots. Now, we last saw this guy somewhere over here, but whereabouts is he now? Ooh. There he is. Okay, he's on 433 health. It's going to take a little bit of putting down. But, your medium tanks, work together, take the guy out together, flank him, attack him from different directions. There we go. T20's there. Mac's coming in from the other side. Black Prince is... Ooh, he now looking at Mac. He was looking at the T20. Black Prince turns his turret around. Whew. Okay, Mac just backs off, and T20 picks up the kill. Beautiful piece of teamwork there with the T20. Absolutely fantastic. That was gorgeous to see. It really was. Now, there were several things about that game I really wanted to highlight. Firstly, that was a fantastic game. Mac, bloody well done. It was great to watch. Secondly, look at his ammo loadout. He carries some high explosives, some APCR. Did he fire any APCR there? No. He didn't just try and load the ammo and blitz through the front of heavy tanks or something like that. He flanked. He went around the sides. He's got badass mobility, so he used it, and that was brilliant. Teamwork with the T20 was fantastic, and it was great to see that Mac wasn't just trying to go and get the kills. If the situation, if it was better in that situation for the T20 to get the kill, Mac just hung back. He took the opponent's attention, T20 comes round, bam, in the side. Job's a good one. The T20 does, by the way, do well in this game, in case you hadn't noticed. And while he picked up a lot of kills, without Mac, the T20 would be dead. Without the T20, Mac would be dead. It needed both of those players for this to work. If I was going to critique this game, so as I've said, I think you could aim some of your shots a little bit better. Some of your leading shots, as I say, aim them a little bit better. But, I mean, you did really well. But if you, slightly better gunnery, and I could improve on this, slightly better gunnery would probably see you very well indeed. I would also say that when you went up the one line, that was very aggressive. I'm not sure I'd have been that aggressive without Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense gives you a safety net. You go, oh no, damn it, I've been spotted, hide behind a rock. But you don't have that, so that was very brave of you. As it was, it worked out absolutely fine, so I'm not going to criticise it, because it panned out for the best. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed watching it. I thought it was a brilliant little game. More than happy to show that on my channel. It was fantastic. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave comments in the comment section below the video. What would you have done in this situation? What did you think of the game? If any of you have some cool games that you'd like to send me, feel free. that's fine. If you upload them to whatreplays.com and then just send me the link and give me a quick description of some of the things that are happening, why you think it's special, why you've uploaded it, and also if you could let me know your equipment setup, your crew skills, things like that, and any mods that you use that are relevant. That would also be really good to know. So then I know, you know, okay, they have this mod, so that means that they know where the enemy tank was last spotted, because that can influence your actions in a way that I can then understand when I'm watching the gameplay. So yeah, feel free to send me your replays or your replay links, subscribe to my channel, catch some other videos, and I wish you guys happy hunting on the battlefield. And I wanted to say a big thank you to Mac for sending this video in. It was sending this game in. It was great to watch. So yeah, happy hunting on the battlefield, guys. Catch you next time. Ciao, ciao.